to Barbell Brigade. I'm Gio.
I'm Bart.
And I'm Lou. And no, this is not Photoshop.
I'm pretty sure no one thought that was Photoshop.
Yeah, no.
Really?
I think only the skin color, they're like, damn, what black is that?
Really?
No.
They're like, they increased the contrast too much on this side.
People said I had gyno.
Who's people? You're tripping. Anyway,
My chest.
do you guys believe in changing your form?
In what sense?
And should you do it? In just a training sense.
Hell yeah, I'm always changing the form. I'm like, maybe I'm gonna do sumo, and then maybe I'm gonna do narrow, and then I'm gonna be like, oh yeah.
Do you consider that form? Do you consider that like high bar to low bar? That's considered form?
If
Or is that
you
considered,
make
like,
it
technique?
your new competition training form, then that is changing your form. If you're using it as an accessory, then no, you're not changing your form.
No, I guess I was asking like sumo versus conventional, that's considered form.
That's changing your form.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What about, because for me changing form also, I mean this can also be changing form, but I thought it was only like when you go from like narrow stance to wide stance.
That's changing your form too.
Yeah. Anytime you change your form, you're changing.
Palabra.
I don't know. Well, I guess for me because something had a formal name attached to it, like sumo to conventional.
Yeah.
Like I just thought it would be called something else, opposed to going narrow to wide stance.
Because I think
or
for the
high to
normal
low bar.
person, what they're viewing it as is, oh, I'm just like widening my bench grip by an inch on each side.
Yeah.
But what you don't see is all the leverages that are also changing.
Hell
and
yeah.
the physics are also changing. So
Right.
it's changing your form. And I went to a Sheiko seminar, and what Sheiko told me is what a lot of people don't realize is it takes 2 weeks for your body to adjust to the new form. So a lot of times people, what's so funny?
Because he's like what Sheiko told me, so I pictured you and Sheiko having a conversation.
Hey,
but you were in a
Sheiko.
seminar or
I was in a
something.
seminar, there was 20
He didn't,
people.
so he didn't tell you anything.
No, there's 20 people.
What you learned from Sheiko.
And I sat right in front of him, so it
Oh, so
felt
he-
like he was
one-on-one.
talking.
It was like the
That
homie
makes sense.
Shaco.
Well, it felt like his translator was talking to me. He doesn't speak English.
Right.
But what he told me was, it takes 2 weeks for any form change for your body to adapt to it. So sometimes, like you go to like close grip and you're like, oh, I don't know, it doesn't feel that good.
That's good to know.
If you really want to get used to that new leverage, whether it's
Right.
high bar, low bar, wide stance, narrow stance,
Yeah.
it takes 2 weeks for your body to adjust.
Right.
Because you're now adapting a brand new neural pathway. So although you're thinking that
Neurons, baby.
yeah, because what you're thinking is, oh, I already know how to do this. I'm just changing the grip. It's
Yeah.
almost the same thing as, okay, I'm playing guitar like this. Now I'm gonna like flip it over.
That's huge.
So imagine how hard it is to play like this now.
Right.
So
That's good
Yeah.
to know about the 2 week thing because
Yeah.
I know anytime I just make a slight, like itty bitty change, because you said any change that you make to your form is super significant and it feels brand new, that well, two things happened to me. The first one, fear of like losing a really comfortable position, because you know when you find the perfect form, you're like, this feels amazing, and then you can take advantage of that, right? But then for me, because of the fear of losing that this feels amazing feeling, I'm just like, no, changing my form, that feels way too crazy. I'm just gonna go back to what I know works. But then because now I know that it takes 2 weeks, I feel like I just have to put that thought behind, like, or just get that thought out of my head, because it's just like, fucking
I'm just
because I
sitting
know
here.
it's gonna take 2 weeks for me to like get adjusted to it.
I think that the biggest mistake people make is like changing their form last minute before a competition.
Oh, that's the worst.
I don't ever do that.
What do you consider last minute before me?
I feel like
a
2
month?
weeks before where they're like, oh, my deadlift feels like shit today, or my bench. I'm like, you're exhausted, you're fatigued. Of course your form's gonna feel like shit. People don't realize that. People are like, oh, I'm thinking I should go low bar because I did a good set today. I'm like, well, yeah, you're hitting different muscles, you know, like every position that you're doing changes your leverage, just kind of like Bart was mentioning. So of course it's gonna feel a little bit better, if not worse. So I say commit and stick to whatever you've already been doing, because I feel like sometimes people are changing things too much and not really committing to like low bar or high bar or sumo or conventional. And not seeing how it really progresses. I feel like people are not patient about it. You know, people just like want to change it all the time, and I'm just like, nah.
that is the biggest mistake that a lot of people make is prior to changing their form, they're not considering what they've been doing. So for example, if you've been benching wide for the past 3 months, and all of a sudden you go to close grip and you're like, oh shit, the weight flew up. Well, obviously, because your chest is fatigued like a motherfucker and you haven't really been using your triceps, so of course it's gonna feel light. So you also have to consider what you've been doing around it and then consider that when changing your form.
True. Thank you guys for watching this episode. If there are any other topics that you guys would like for us to discuss, go ahead and write it in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video and share it.
Leave us a message or not.
Leave it a message
and like it. Hey! Hey!
A lot of caffeine and you slowly increasing that, your body builds the tolerance that you're talking about. And once you try to remove this caffeine from your body's so used to having it. Once it's not there, then you get the headaches, right? So then, is there something equivalent to that with creatine, where it's like you've taken it so much where your body